Dr. Decks here. Today we're laying more deck, installing more dexerdry, and just trying to get this deck laid. So follow along and see how we do. If you like what you see, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Click the bell icon if you want to be notified every time we're putting out fresh content. And for those of you that are interested in possibly obtaining a Dr. Decks hat, mug, or shirt, we have a new merchandise store. You can check that out in the description below. Thanks for watching. Let's get going. All right, so now we have our double rim joist installed. We have the double rim joist going off on a 45-degree angle for the next deck. Our additional blocking we need for all of our rail posts. I cut in some drainage for the gutters. Let's take a look at that. Basically, there's a gutter underneath these boards, okay? And we had to add a piece of flashing right here because of this gap. We added this piece of flashing so when the rain comes through here, it either goes into the gutter or off the deck. It doesn't have a choice of going this way or this way because I'm caulking everything in. So the water's either going to divert right or left instead of underneath, because we're softening this deck. It needs to be 100% waterproof. So I don't want any leaks or any little amount of moisture getting down below. So we have to do that in two spots. We have this spot here, and then we have a spot down here, same thing. And here's a look. It's a better look at the gutter and how this works. And then here's my V flashing that I made to put in where obviously if this got wet over here, it's gonna drip below. So this piece will go in like this underneath this board, like so. And then that's going to keep the rainwater from getting the deck wet or anything else, fascia, anything like that wet. It was the two spots, and then I have another one to do up there against the house. So there was 3 spots on this deck that I was a little bit concerned about, but I think we got it figured out now. So now I can finish installing this board, and then I will from there go into finishing the outside board. And we have a really cool trick. I don't know if you guys caught that last week, so we'll probably show that to you. I don't think you were here that day. How we compress the final board into place. So we'll go over that here in a little bit. And then once we get this section dialed in, then we'll move on to the next section. All right, so what we're doing is I was trying to compress the second to last board and I was having some issues getting it tight. So what we did to compress the last board on the deck is we took a 2x6 with a 5-inch ledger lock, and we screwed it right into the double rim joist, and it compresses the board. So we're doing the same technique for the next board in because I'm not getting a good grab with my chisels. So we'll show you how well this compresses. See how much gap we have right now in this spline. Now it's nice and tight, and that's what we're looking for. Give me one more. Perfect. I also have to cut the bottom at high level. I am using a piece of trim that's no good to us, and I'm using it to pin the outside edges of these joists, because the joists are they cantilever a couple feet, so they're not straight. And what I'm doing is I'm bringing them into straight by pinning them on one end and then measuring from where the beam is, where they're tacked, and then taking that same measurement out here. It's not perfect, but it gets us really close, a lot closer than they are right now. I just don't like the way they're sitting out. They've been sitting out in the sun, and they've warped a little bit here and there. So I'm just straightening them out so that when we get our deck boards and we start laying our decking over here, our screw lines are straight. We don't have anything going like that or something crazy. So that's what I'm doing right now. if you take too much out of this one, then what's going to happen is when you go over to here, right now this is still high, but if you took too much out of it, then this would be too low to continue with these. So we're going to have to take an average here. So it's been a couple weeks since we framed this deck, and it's been sitting out in the heat and in the sun, and we had shaved some of the tops of the joists to get them to be in a better plane so that the water drains off without pooling up on the deck. And because of all the heat we've had, some of the joists are starting to crown, and now we have some more inconsistencies that we were planning on. We are ready to lay this deck, but there's some joists over here that are like a 1/4 inch high, and we cannot go in with a high spot like this because I'm concerned that the water is not going to drain off the deck properly. So what we're going to do is we're going to shave down some joists, and we're going to put some of special, not G-tape, not Vicor, but I have this special foil tape that's a little bit thicker, and we're going to lay that down on a couple low joists so that we can equal everything up. So we're not laying any decking right now. We're going to finish flattening this thing out first, and then we'll worry about laying deck boards. So that's probably all I got for you today. That's what the rest of our day is going to consist here, is just getting this deck level. So thanks for watching. I appreciate it. If you like what you saw, hit the subscribe button, or you can check out these eagles that are just going nuts right now, flying around. They're really active today. Thanks for following. Don't forget to click that subscribe button and hit that bell icon if you want to be notified every time we're putting out fresh content. And don't forget to go check out that merchandise store. Links down in the bio. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.